And our last ideology is democracy. Democracy, which was present in the ancient time in city states, means the polis states like Athens, Greece, and Sparta were enjoying democratic system. As their population was small and only selected citizens were allowed to vote their views for election. Here, slaves, children, and women were not allowed to vote their views for voting because they were not the citizens of the state. Means slaves, children, and women were not considered as the citizens of the state. And in 1962, the term democracy was coined. 2500 years ago, Greece, the most ancient state, celebrated democracy. So in democracy there are two types, direct and indirect. So first we will see the direct democracy. In direct democracy, the will of the state is directly or indirectly expressed through the people. Direct democracy or a pure democracy is a form of a democracy in which people decide on policy initiatives directly. Now the merits are citizens who have highly devoted to the state take pride in participating directly in the affairs of the state. Every citizen sometime or the other gets the chance to serve the state in some capacity. Government cannot hide the information from the people as everyone is involved in it and every person is responsible for taking actions that improve their quantity of a life. Quality of a life. Next are the demerits of direct democracy. So demerits are that direct democracy can work well only in small states. But in large states, every people cannot participate in the election process. So the direct democracy is suitable for only small states. Because of participation of more people, it becomes difficult to take important decisions. Some decisions in a direct democracy are based on self-interest and high levels of instability are common in direct democracy. Next is the second type is the indirect democracy or a representative democracy. In this form of a democracy, principle of elected officials representing a group of people as opposed to direct democracy. Means we elect the people and on behalf of that people, the people express our views. So advantages are in modern states there is a very huge population. So to control that population, it's better to adopt indirect democracy. So the citizens representative can elect elections. It controls the actions of elected officials. A representative democracy keeps governing simple. It does not improve the voice of people. It allows. It does not remove the voice of people. It is the main merit of the indirect democracy. It allows the people to control the process of the government. A representative democracy ensures direct representation and everyone benefits. Disadvantage. So a representative democracy encourages polarization. It creates disputes between the people who think that they are always right and others are wrong. It requires communication skills to be effective. It isn't cheap. It isn't cheap to run a representative democracy. The goal of politician within a representative democracy is to get elected as a representative. That provides the incentive to the politician to say or to do anything so they can win the election. A representative democracy can encourage participation. It is not possible for every individual in a state to be the president or the prime minister or the member of the parliament. Most of the people have to rest satisfied as a mere electors of the member of the legislature. So these are the disadvantages of the representative democracy. Next is what is the open ballot system. So when you openly cast your vote, it is called as open ballot system. When you secretly cast your vote, then it is called secret ballot system. In India, there is a no category of a class, caste or anything which denies anybody or can stop to vote anybody. The qualification to become electorate according to the constitution is 18 years old. It is called universal adult franchise. The person who have the right to vote is called electorate. When one member is elected from constituency, then it is called one member constituency. When more than one member is elected from the constituency, then it is called multi-member constituency. And members of the lower house of the parliament are elected from a single member districts or a constituency. Then what are the essential conditions for the success of democracy? Means when we adopted democracy, then these were the essential conditions. So we get the success in the democratic system. So first is the urge and thrust for democracy. Conflict of ideas, cooperation, tolerance, sympathy and understanding. Public consent and criticism. Consent and criticism both must be present. People should realize that a democratic form of a government is based on public consent and criticism. Government is under the public control and people should criticize the government who use unjust laws and rules on people. People should not hesitate to expose a bad government. Intelligent, educated and enlightened electorate. And last is the good membership. So these were the essential points why we get the success in a democratic government system.